Hello everyone and welcome. In today's lesson we are going to explore the fascinating world of pendulum dowsing, what it is, how it works, and how to choose and how to connect with the pendulum. We can use it for guidance, energy work, chakra balancing, and decision making. Whether you are completely new to pendulum work or already have experience as an intuitive practitioner, this lesson will help you develop a deeper understanding of how to work confidently and clearly with a pendulum. So let's begin. What is pendulum dowsing? Pendulum dowsing is an intuitive practice, a form of divination that uses a weighted object, just as this one, suspended from a chain or string to access guidance and energetic information. Pendulums are commonly made from crystal, from metal, but you can also find or make pendulums from wood, stone, or glass. The pendulum acts as a bridge between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, and the knowing field. By observing the movement of the pendulum, whether it swings forward, backwards, side to side, clockwise or anti-clockwise, we are able to interpret energetic responses and gain insight into the questions, situations, and decisions. The pendulum can be used for energy healing, chakra balancing, family constellation work, past life regression, therapy, intuitive development, and spiritual practices. Why does pendulum dowsing work? It works through something that is known as the ideomotor response. This is a natural neurological response in which the body produces tiny, unconscious muscle movements based on subconscious information and intuitive perception. These micro movements are amplified through the pendulum. It's creating visible swings and directional movements. So your subconscious mind continuously processes enormous amounts of information. A lot of these information lie beyond conscious awareness. The pendulum helps bring this deeper awareness into conscious perception. The pendulum functions as an extension of your own awareness and intuitive intelligence. And this is why pendulum dowsing is such a powerful tool in healing work, in guidance, and energetic assessment. Applications of pendulum dowsing. Pendulum dowsing can be used in many different ways. Obviously, decision making. The pendulum provides a clear yes and no response that supports confident and aligned decision making. But apart from that, there are many other things we can use the pendulum for. Energy detection, to detect subtle energy within chakras, within people, spaces, objects, places, and the environment. You can ask your pendulum for guidance and insight. If the conscious mind feels uncertain, the pendulum helps strengthen intuitive clarity and inner knowing. And of course, you can use it wonderfully to work with clients. The pendulum can be used before and during a session to identify energy blockages, emotional themes, imbalances, and areas that require attention. How do I choose a pendulum? It is a completely intuitive process. I would highly suggest not to overthink it, but begin with listening, gut feeling, your inner knowing, and your heart response. If you choose a pendulum in a shop, one naturally will stand out and feel right, or you feel drawn to it, like a particular crystal, a certain shape, a specific color, or a material that resonates with you and your energy. If you're in a shop, hold different pendulums in your hand. See how they feel. Feel the crystal. Hold it close to your heart. Sometimes you can even ask the pendulum if it wants to come with you, if you're already attuned to the work with pendulum. And if you're shopping online, just trust your intuition. Of course, you can't hold or feel the pendulum on the picture, but you can ask yourself, would I like to have a metal pendulum, wood, glass, etc.? And then you can look through the pictures and look through the websites. Sometimes it's a specific website that really speaks to you, and you can just order from that because it feels right. I would also consider ethically where I'm ordering from. You can order your birthstone or something that is aligned with your specific personal healing practice. Pendulums do not have to be expensive. You can actually make a pendulum yourself. As long as you have a string, and it doesn't have to be a beautiful chain. It can be just a random string and a heavy object. As long as you can hang the object from the string, you will have a pendulum. How do you connect with your pendulum? Once you've chosen one, it is really important to build a connection. So your pendulum becomes attuned to your energy, and this will take a little time. To strengthen this connection, you can carry it with you, keep it in your pocket, place it in a nice pouch, meditate with it, or keep it on your altar or any sacred space. The more you work with your pendulum and the more time you spend with your pendulum, the more responsive the connection will become. Next, before you start working with the pendulum, you want to clean it. And like any or all energetic tools, pendulums benefit from regular cleansing. So this is not only in the beginning, but also over time. It clears stagnant energy, it absorbs energy that the pendulum keeps, and it keeps the pendulum energetically clear. There are many ways to clean a pendulum. You can use smoke, for example, incense, sage, Palo Santo, herbs or traditional plants connected to your culture and lineage. And if you are from a European country, I would highly suggest to research which herbs are natural to your part of the world. Then you can clean your pendulum in moonlight or sunlight. Place the pendulum under the full moon, under the new moon, or briefly in sunlight. A window seal works perfectly. You can clean your pendulum under water. Running water is good if you have salt water and you can access the sea better, the ocean. Take it to the beach. Always make sure that the material is safe to place in water. So if you're using a wood pendulum, I would double check if it's okay. You can also place your pendulum near your own crystals. They will help clean it. You can bury it in brown rice. You can bury it in the earth or place it near a salt lamp or a salt stone. Sound and sacred space. Pendulum can also be cleansed through chanting, kirtan. I used to take my pendulums to a Bhakti Yoga festival, singing bowls, tuning forks, and other healing instruments. How do we prepare for a reading? Before using the pendulum, it's important to prepare yourself as well after cleansing the pendulum, energetically and emotionally. The clearer and calmer your state, the clearer the reading will be. Begin by grounding and centering yourself. Sit quietly, meditate, take a few deep belly breaths, release tension from your body, and allow the nervous system to settle. Meditation, as I said, is super good. Affirmations. grounding exercises, whatever you feel that helps best. Wash your hands under running water before you begin. But very honest, pendulum readings can be done anywhere as long as you are centered and focused. I personally love to use pendulum charts. They allow you to receive more detailed information, and it's beyond the simple yes and no. There are so many free charts online. You can draw your own, or you can buy professional charts. Charts are commonly used for percentages, chakra readings, and I have one here, emotional states, timing, and energetic assessment. Pendulum charts are great for yes and no questions. You can just draw one, yes and no, left and right, or right and left, however you like it. Using a chart is great even for yes and no question. Just draw yes and no, and you can ask the question and you're good to go. But if you don't want to use a chart for yes and no, you can also program your pendulum. So before you start using it, you establish its response patterns for the day. And I would suggest you do it every day. Hold your pendulum still and ask, show me your yes. And then you ask, show me your no. And depending on what the pendulum shows you, you will see what the yes and no is for today. You can then check, just to be sure, with a simple question, something like, is my name? And the pendulum will tell you yes or no, and you will see that your pendulum is programmed. The pendulum reflects your inner knowing and your intuitive awareness. I know a lot of people struggle when they start to understand intuition. What is intuition? It is your inner voice, your gut feeling, and your deeper knowing. So you have to start trusting yourself, and the pendulum will help you build this connection. So keep working with the pendulum. It is a beautiful tool to connect to yourself. Chakras. The pendulum is widely used in chakra balancing and energy healing. This can be done in person and through distance checking. When checking chakras, clockwise or strong circular movement often indicates balanced energy flow. Weak movement or side-to-side movement, up and down movement or stillness indicates energetic imbalance or even blocked energy. Now, I would suggest to always gain permission before performing energetic work or chakra assessments for another person. Building trust with the pendulum. Pendulum dowsing is like any intuitive skill. It strengthens through practice. Start with small, everyday questions. Keep a journal and record. Write down your questions, the responses, and the outcomes. Over time, your confidence and accuracy naturally increases. Your pendulum is a mirror of your inner truth and intuitive awareness. It helps quiet external noise and strengthens your connection to your own guidance and energetic intelligence. With consistent practice, you will develop the clarity, the confidence, and the trust into the pendulum and a strong intuition. The answers already exist within you, and the pendulum simply helps you to access more clarity. This is also the reason why I love using pendulum dowsing for family constellation, because we're working with the knowing field, and the pendulum helps me to access even clearer information when working with my clients. I hope this little lesson helped you to gain a bit more insight and spark curiosity to get your own pendulum and work with it.